Hey, beautifuls. It has been a while. Life be happening. And that's really all I can say. Life be happening, and I have to get a little bit more committed to this work. Um, I've been doing some things in real life as far as black women's work. Oh, I said real life, but like off of YouTube, as far as black women's work, trying to get some things in order. Um, um, for black women to find some safety. It's getting bad. It's getting bad, and it's getting very, very heartbreaking. For me, for me as a black woman who loves black women, and of all, it's for me as a black woman who love all black women, who actually does women work, and want to do women work in life, who has decided that this is the hill I'm going to die on. And 90 years from now, you can put on my epitaph, she did black women's work. Okay, you can put on my epitaph that Preem did black women's work. And because of that, I've been off of YouTube trying to figure out some things, and how to get black women to safety at this point. I know that you guys, I know that, and if you don't, you can go and follow Black Femicide on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Black Femicide USA or Black Femicide US, I can't remember, but you've seen some videos that Miss Rosie or Rose, I can't remember her name, but you've seen some videos of her and some other YouTubers videos, and as a collective, black women are suffering. As a collective, black women are suffering, and as I said earlier, when I first started making YouTube videos, that my first goal is to get myself to safer ground, right? To get me and my daughter to safer ground, and then to be able to do my work from a safer space. So right now I'm transitioning to that safer space, and as I transition, I'm trying to figure out how can I best be of use to black women? How can I best be of use to the black women collective? And yeah, that's what I've been doing. It was a Black Women's March in Atlanta. For me, the numbers were disappointing. It wasn't my event. I didn't organize the event, but it was happening, and about I'm gonna say about 50 women showed up. Atlanta, Georgia is a Blackistani city. It's a Blackistani city. Black women are being murdered there left and right, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for me. And it was this. It was both encouraging that the black women showed up in general, right? That there was the black women that were there. They cared. It's no denying it, no ifs, ands, or buts. If you was a black woman and you was at that black woman's march, you give a fuck. And so the fact that it was at least 50 black women that give a fuck, was was good, right? But the fact that it was only 50 black women there was disheartening. Especially being a black woman's advocate, and hearing the stories of black women and how many black women are suffering in Blackistan. And then when it was a moment for us to show up, not enough of us showed up. And I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna leave it there. But anyway, if you follow Black Femicide US on any of these social medias, you know that over 1,100 black women have been murdered in this country, in the United States of America, in the best country in the world. They have these pockets of fucking third worldness, and in these pockets of third worldness, femicide is a problem. And in these pockets of third worldness, it's Blackistan. So the femicide is black women. And, you know, that's where we at. That's where we at in 2021. Black women are being murdered in a very alarming rate. And that's just murder. We're not talking about black women abused physically, and we're not talking about black women and girls abused sexually. We're not talking about that. This is just murder. This is just the murders of black women. And it's untouchable because the people who are murdering black women are a protected class. God, I cannot believe you put your sons up on this pedestal so fucking high at the fucking loss and the risk of us. You've sacrificed us black women for these fucking sons, and that's why I haven't been here. I'm fucked up over this, right? I cannot believe that this is happening. I like now that I'm actually seeing it now, cause I live in a Blackistani city. I live here. You know, I see how in my city the murder rate for women in my city has increased 100% in the last 5 years. 100%. They killing women in this city left and fucking right, and it's a Blackistani city. And they're killing women left and right, and it's happening everywhere. And it's happening everywhere. And it's happening everywhere. And at this point, y'all have got to let the sons go. They are terrorists. They are terrorists. I mean, I can't say anything more. They are terrorists. You have got to let them go. If you don't, you are costing us our lives. You are costing us our lives. Please let them go. But let's move on to why I'm here. And I'm here for the commentary for, it's been a long time, but I hope y'all was following. It was Mules, Mammies, and Pick-Me's. That was the name of the blog. If you did not read the blog, it's over on my website, oceanofdaughters.com. If you want to talk about it, if you want to discuss it, if you want to discuss anything, you can email me at oceanofdaughters@gmail.com. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and, you know, we can talk about it down in the comment box. If you're a nigga over here, just go away. Really, just go away. You're not welcome here. Okay? So just go away. Another advice for black women, stop arguing with them. Stop arguing with them. Stop engaging with them in any kind of way. They are stealing your life force energy. They are draining the fuck out of us. And just arguing with them and just trying to, you know, they try to talk to you on the street and you're trying to tell them that you're not interested. I mean, they are just draining. Get the fuck out of Blackistan. You know, and I know that sounds like it's, you know, like for me to just say it, I'm struggling myself to get the fuck on safer ground. But I'm telling you, whatever it takes, get it done, black women. There is nothing more important right now. There is nothing more important right now for black women than to get out of Blackistan. You have got to get out of their way. Okay? You've got to get out of their way. If they leave the mules, the women that want to continue to mule for them, leave the mammies and the pick-me's in the inner cities where they next to their kings. But if you are a intelligent, brilliant, self-loving, self-preserving, sovereign black woman, get your ass out, baby. Get your ass out, okay? Anyway, let's move on to pick-me's, right? Pick-me's are women who... Oh, another thing. I'm done saying apes for the most part. I mean, I say it, you know, as I talk because I might not catch it. Y'all, listen, I'm getting bad with the apes. I'm getting bad with calling them apes. I be calling them apes out in public, man. My brother now knows that he's an ape. Like, it's bad. It's bad with me. with me, it's bad. My cousins, they know that they apes. My brother know that he an ape. It's bad. It's bad for me. So I'm gonna stop seeing apes. I'm gonna stop seeing black males. I'm gonna do like the tricky demons have done, and I'm just gonna start seeing males. I'm gonna start saying males and brutes. Over here, I say males and brutes. Okay, but you guys know who I'm talking about. That's that. So moving forward, when you hear me say males or brutes, I'm talking about the apes. Okay, unless I say white males, I'm talking about the apes. But I just don't want to. I just don't want to keep on saying it. So I'm just gonna, call them brutes, and I'm gonna call them just males in general. So anyway, a pick-me is a woman who is going to do whatever is necessary for the attention of males in their penis. Okay? And the thing that they most do is destroy other women for them, right? For the attention of males. So in case you didn't know, I wrote this blog in order as far as least dangerous to most dangerous. The mules are out here, they think their worth is within what they can do for the black community or black males or whatever, and they're really just killing themselves, right? The mammies over here destroying everything for the thuns, right? They destroying everything. Sometimes the mammies are, I think I touched on this, but sometimes the mammies are asexual, right? Sometimes the mammies are not even getting fucked, right? They just out here caping for niggles. They out here caping for niggles just because. Like, they not even getting fucked by me, not getting no dick. Like, they just out here caping for them, and they are, like, not even, like, being seen as sexual beings to them. Like, they're just, not that it's surprised to be seen as a sexual being to them. Like, they just out here caping for no reason, right? They the aunties, and not always, right? But they be the aunties and the grandmothers, and they just be out here doing whatever's necessary for the thuns, But the pick-me, she is very, very specific about who she's gonna destroy, why she's gonna destroy them, and the reason why. And the reason why is because she wants the gaze of the males. She wants to be able to, be picked. Since it's called a pick-me, right? And these women are going to be the most dangerous. Although mammies are a very close second. A very close second. The mammies are fucking dangerous as fuck, as well. But the pick-me's are very intentional in their harm. And I guess the mammies are too. The mammies and the pick-me's might be neck and neck. But the pick-me's are very intentional in their harm towards other women and girls, to be picked by a male. And y'all know, my mother, rest her soul, she was a mule. She lived out her 49 years as the typical mule, and then dropped dead. And then there is my Aunt Mammy, right? Aunt Mammy, and then it's Aunt Pick-me. Aunt Pick-me, when I was younger, she used to be my favorite aunt because she was very, very jazzy. She was that aunt, right? She was the cool aunt. She dressed very jazzy. She was a little bit hip. She was beautiful, and she was my favorite aunt. I loved everything about Aunt Pick-me. I ain't gonna lie. I loved everything about her, and she was a pick-me. She was a true indie pick-me. She ended up, so she was married to a pedophile. Pick-me's love pedophiles. Pick-me's love sacrificing children, their children, and the children around them for males. That's the signature of a pick-me, right? They're going, because I'm convinced that in the black community and Blackistan, that the high sexual abuse rate is not a secret. I know about it, right? All my friends told me about their molestation and their abuse. You know about it. Okay, it's a 65% rate reported. Everybody knows about it. And I think that the mothers of these daughters and the mothers of these children that are being molested in their own home by their mothers, in some case husband, a father, their boyfriends, the mother's boyfriends who are not their father. I think the mothers know. I think the mothers know, and I think they make a conscious sacrifice. I think they make a conscious decision to sacrifice the girls and the women and the children in their home to keep the meal. And that shit sound crazy, but them pick-me's are very, very vicious. A pick-me will destroy those setup queens. If you ever heard of setup queens, women that will set you up, like to get robbed, to get raped. Those women are those are pick-me's. These are women who deliberately set up other women to be harmed by males. They make a conscious decision to do so. And if you think that they're not making conscious decisions to sacrifice their daughters, you are fucking crazy. They are. They know that their daughters are being molested. They know that their daughters are being touched. And I feel like my aunt was no different. She allowed my cousin to get molested by her husband. And the molestation was on him, right? He molested my cousin. That was his fucking crime that he did, but I believe that my aunt knew about it. And not only do I believe my aunt knew about it, she had a resentment for my cousin because of it. As I got grown, me and my cousin, this is my favorite cousin that was that this happened to. We're 5 years apart, but as I went into womanhood in my early 20s, as I was realizing all the fucked up shit in my family, the fucked up shit in my family, the molestations, the incest, the child abuse, the abuse in general. As I began to realize all these things, I started asking questions. I want to know what the fuck was going on, because when I was little, it looked like this. Is this really what it was? So as I became an adult, I started to ask my cousin, because I remember it happening. I remember the molestation happening. It happened inside of my home. My aunt's husband went into the basement with my cousin, and when he left, she came crying, and she called her aunt and she left, right? She called one of her other aunts who was not my aunt, right? And she left. And as we got older, my cousin told me what happened. So when she told me what happened, how it happened, everything that went down, I messaged my aunt about it, like, what the fuck is this? And I will never forget what my aunt said. My aunt said to me, well, I don't know what happened. All I know is that sex was had between the two. Right? And wow, sex was had between the two was her exact words to me. And it sounded like, and it felt like she was angry at my cousin for having sex with her husband. But I let her know. I said, no, sex was not had between the two. Your husband molested her. Sex could not be had between the two because she was not old enough to consent. She was not old enough to consent. He was molesting her, and you hated her for it. And these are your classic setup queens. These are your classic pick-me's who will do anything to keep a man, because my aunt stayed with him for years after that. For years, until he got tired of her ass and found another woman, and another woman with another small child to fucking molest. She stayed with him, and she that was hers, and she was gonna stand by it. He molested one cousin. He didn't molest me because my father was present a little bit, so he ain't molest me. But he just went around being a fucking creep, and she allowed it because she was a pick me. And that is how these pick me's operate. There was a pick me in Atlanta, Georgia. She went to Clark, Atlanta. Her her boyfriend sexually assaulted her roommate, right? The boyfriend was not even a student on the campus. He shouldn't have been there. That's one thing I don't like about HBCUs is why the fuck is all these people that don't go to the college, why the fuck they all around, right? But they are. And he was on the campus and he assaulted her roommate. Her roommate wanted to report it or reported it. I can't remember. I'm gonna write a blog on this. I'm gonna write a blog on pick-me's, because it's a personal blog on the dangers of a pick-me, how to spot these bitches. But she ended up being so the one girl was being sexually assaulted by another roommate's boyfriend, right? The girl, these are girls to me, right? The girl who was assaulted was going to report it or just told the friend or whatever. Well, the roommate and her boyfriend killed the girl and got rid of her body. This is prime pick-me. This is prime pick-me. She wanted to be with him so bad. She wanted to be with him so bad that she literally sacrificed her roommate. This is what they do. They sacrifice women for men and to get dick and to be to gain the gaze of men that are worthless. The men that are worthless. And these are the women that males can use to cause you harm. It's a show on BET called For My Man, full of them. Full of pick-me's. They should rename it Pick-Me. The Life of a Pick-Me. Like, they should rename that show because it's full of pick-me's. Now, I didn't mule an awful lot. And you might have caught me on a very bad day being a Mammy, but I tell you, you would have rarely ever caught me being a pick-me. So advice is on how do you recognize this in yourself. My advice to women who may be a pick-me, how you know that you're a pick-me, first and foremost, if you are a woman who is love-starved, right? If you're a woman who is love-starved, who thinks that, you know, having a male attention or having a male around you all the time, can't do nothing without a male around you. If you are, cause let me tell you something, a pick-me's are the most dangerous in Blackistan, right? But they are prevalent everywhere. Pick-me's are the most dangerous in Blackistan. See, mammies don't exist outside of Blackistan. Like who you gonna mammy for? If you decide, you know what, I'm leaving Blackistan, but I'm taking my mammyisms with me. What the fuck you gonna do? And you know, once you're out of Blackistan. But pick-me's, however, they are also women who are going to transition outside of Blackistan and do the same shit and be vicious towards other women in general for males' gaze. Does not matter the male. Doesn't matter the male. They are just the most vicious in Blackistan because black males are most harmful to black women. Right? These are the women that help men hide bodies. Like, literally. These are the pick-me's. They help men hide bodies. They help men set women up and put women on drugs. You know, if you a fucking weed smoker, a pick-me or put some fucking coke in your blunt. I don't smoke, so I don't know too much about that, but I do hear about them fucking setup queens lacing other women's weed to get them addicted to drugs, so that the women can become addicts and customers of the man that she's seeing. This shit is crazy in Blackistan. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but this shit is really going on. This is who these pick-me's are. And they will destroy you at any cost for a black male. And another story that I heard of a pick-me, she was dating a guy. The guy wanted to have sex with her homegirl. She decided the homegirl did not want to have sex with him, and she helped him kidnap the girl and assault her, all because he wanted to have sex with a friend. This woman jumped out of a moving car, and had ended up living, though, thankfully. But this happened to her because her friend was a fucking pick-me. She had a pick-me homegirl, and this is what happened. These bitches are dangerous as fuck. These bitches are dangerous as fuck. And how you recognize that you are pick me is by realizing that you are a very a very love struck woman. You know, all a guy has to do is pay you a compliment, and you ready to do anything for him. Right? He ain't gotta do nothing but just, you know, look your way, and you ready to do anything to be around him or to be with him. This is how you know that you are a pick me. And you have to, you know, it sounds cliche, but self-love is the best love, you know? Self-love is the best love, and it sounds cliche because we all want to be with a partner. But men know a pick me. And as I said, black males are going to be the most dangerous. But once you transition out of Blackistan and you're not dealing with black men anymore, and you're still a pick me, those fucking what bottom shelf breads, they checking for you. They're looking for you to use and to use you, to abuse you in a different way, to cause you harm in a different way. No, they're not as fucking harmful as black males, because black males' disdain for black women is a spiritual thing, right? It's just deep within them. But they're all weak men in every race, right? They're weak men in every race. So if you a pick me and you decide to move over and decide you don't want to date black men no more, you want to swirl, right? Or you want to divest, and you still have your pick me tendencies, you're going to be attracting those fucking bottom feeders. You're going to be attracting those bottom feeders. And in loving yourself, as I said before, in loving yourself, you begin to love all other black women. Right? This woman is your reflection. If I love myself, then I love all the rest of black women. I mean, I can't say that enough. If I love myself, I value the rest of black women. She is my reflection. So that's how you begin to kill the pick me in you. For those of you who are not pick me's, once you see that your friend is a pick me, get away from her. It can cost you your life. It can cost you your life. With the mammies, you can stay around a little bit. Try to convince them. Or you might slide a little something to them. You know, slide a little divested zealot video to her. You know, slide a little Miss Archduchess video over there to her. See how she react. You know, if she a mammy, you know, help her realize why she triggered. If she a mammy, you know. Throw that shit up in her face about how Blackistan has treated her, and she might start to feel you on that. She might start to decide, you know, you're right. She might start, you know, you slide one divested Zella video over, you know, she listened to that one, she click another one. Next thing you know, her mind is beginning to change. But those pick-me's are too dangerous to be around. They're too dangerous. Way too dangerous. If you realize that a girlfriend of yours, a homegirl of yours has pick-me tendencies, you need to drop her with the quickness. I don't play about pick-me's. Mammies, maybe. Seeing how much damage she's done, maybe. I might, if she want to be my friend, if she wants to be my friend, right? Because at this point in my life, I don't even seek women who I don't seek women for friends. My mind is so singular. My mind is so singular, and divested or sovereign women are so far and in between. It's hard for me to find them anywhere else besides online. Besides online, I'm not really able to find that many divested friends. Maybe a handful that I know personally in real life that I'm talking to, you know, like a homegirl. And when I say a handful, I mean a very small handful, about two or three sovereign women who have fled Blackistan and want no parts of it. And you can't change their mind on it. It's unmovable on it. A very, very small amount of women do I associate with in real life, or that I'm friends with in real life, that they are that way. Most of my friends, they are that way. I know them from internet. I know them from the internet. They're my internet friends. So I don't really seek friends in black women. Like that. But if a woman is but I do have women who want to be in my space, women who feel my energy and they want to be in my space, and they're not sovereign, they're not divested, they aren't sovereign, and I'm gonna use sovereign and divested interchangeably in this video because I feel like it's interchangeable, and that's for me. Being a sovereign woman, I'm sovereign, and I'm also divested. So for me, I use those terms interchangeably. The difference in it for me is that a sovereign woman, not only does she know that she is, divested and not dealing with things that cause her any harm, right? But she also knows that how she thinks and how she operates is so freeing that not a lot of people are there. Not a lot of people are there. It's so free being a sovereign woman, a free woman. Black women were born free, right? Black women are born free. We're all sovereign. We're the only human beings on earth that are sovereign. We were born free. Right? So anyway, divested and sovereign is going to be used interchangeably. But anyway, because I don't meet that many women and women want to gravitate towards me because of my affinity for black women, they can feel it. Black women that come around me, they can genuinely feel how I feel about black women. I move different. I walk different. I talk different. When I be hearing gossip when I'm at work and I hear gossip about Keisha, I don't want to talk about Keisha. Like, Keisha business ain't my business. I don't want to talk about her in that way. As long as Keisha get her meds out on time and I ain't got past them, I don't want to talk about her in that way. No, I don't think the new male nurse is fine, especially if he a fucking ape. No, I think that male nurses are lazy. So no, I don't wanna talk with you about that. I think that fucking nursing is women's work. I don't think that male should do it. So no, just how I move and my thoughts and how I think is just different than most women, and they want to know. They just like men. They intrigued by my mystery. So when they come up into my space, if it's a mammy, I might be able to, see how she feel about some of the things that I feel about. But if she a pick me, if she do some pick me shit, she's out of there. No pick me shits for me. No pick me. Not a near one of them will ever set me up. Not a near one of them will ever set me up. These are the black women that are disposable to me. These are the black women that are completely disposable, and a mammy is runner up. A mammy is a close runner up. But them pick-me's, if you are around friends and they are pick-me's, sis, you need to get the fuck away from them. Don't let them babysit your children. Don't let no pick-me babysit your children. She got Tyrone up in that motherfucking house, and he's a fucking nasty freak. He's a fucking nasty freak up in her house. Okay? And you do not want your children to be tainted or scarred in any kind of way because you had to leave your children with a fucking pick-me. Okay? Don't let them babysit your children. Okay? Don't go out with them. Don't be irresponsible and drink with them. Right? These are the women that leave you in a club. These are the women that after you had too many drinks that just leave you. When Tyrone be like, oh, I'm gonna take her home. She's so busy worried about the nigga that she with. She's so busy worried about being picked by that nigga that she gonna let Tyrone take you home. And if you watch enough fucking ID, you never make it home. You will never make it home. I know that there's a lot of young women that listen to this channel. You college girls, you young women, stay the fuck away from those pick-me's. Do you understand me? It's the same shit I tell my 19-year-old daughter when she went to college. Stay the fuck away from those pick-me's. If they got dick on a brain, stay the fuck away from them. Stay the fuck away from them. If you got pick-me tendencies, if you all y'all grown. Let me say that. Let me say that because I can little girl my daughter because she my daughter, but y'all grown women, But if you got a little pick me in you, like you get a little googly eyes when the boys come around, you gotta check that, baby. You have to check that. And especially if you're divesting, or you're trying to divest, or you're trying to be sovereign, or you're trying to date differently, you're trying to change your views on love and how you should be valued. You need to change that pick me energy in you, baby. Get it out of you. You fine as wine. You fine as wine, little sis. Any man should be happy to be around you. You do not have to jump through hoops for no man. You don't 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 year old black women are the finest thing walking on this earth. Do you understand me? It don't get no finer. It don't get no finer than you. Okay? You do not have to jump through hoops for no male. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about this. This channel is called Ocean of Daughters. This is for my daughters. This is for my young women. My young women. You don't have to jump through no hoops for no male. Period. If you over here and you already decided to be divested, and you already decided to throw the dusties in the trash where the fuck they belong, and you're about to transition and start dating different, those fucking white boys on campus, the fucking Indians, ain't nothing better. They can't do no better than you, baby. They can't do no better than you. Period. Get rid of that pick me. Get rid of that pick me. You do the choosing. Okay? You do the choosing around here. I think that's it. This was kind of spared a moment. I did write a blog. You guys can go check it out. It was about getting pregnant in Blackistan. Worst decision you gonna make. Worst decision you gonna make, baby. Get your ass over to the abortion clinic now. if you under that sound of my voice and you are pregnant, baby, get your ass to that abortion clinic. And you pregnant by a black male, get your ass to that abortion clinic right now. Okay? But yeah, I'll do the commentary on that soon. This is the commentary for Pick Me. That's complete my Mammy, Mule, and Pick Me series. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that I dropped some gems for you. I hope that you guys are figuring out ways to kill that Mammy, kill that Mule, and damn sure kill that Pick Me in you. Damn sure kill that you know what? Everything is essential. Every one of them is essential. It's essential that you kill that Mule in you. It's essential that you kill that Mammy in you. It is essential that you kill that Pick Me in you. If you got a little bit of each, you gotta check yourself. You gotta check yourself often. As I begin to as I begin to change my mind and be a more sovereign woman, to live in my divinity, right? I had trouble with my male family members. I had trouble with my male family members and being empathetic and sympathetic and like, oh, that could have been my cousin. I had to kill that Mammy. I had to kill that Mammy. If I had a thun, for one, if you got a thun, you shouldn't even be speaking that curse over your son. No, that cannot be your son. That will never be your son. No, that wouldn't be your son. That's a part of the curse of mother. This is a part of the curse of mother. That couldn't be your son. That couldn't be your son because you had your son doing the work from when he was a young boy, right? You have your son doing the work to at least not be that affected by the curse that's on black men, because they all curse. I mean, I'm sorry, I know y'all want to hear me just say it's your son's curse, but them thugs is cursed. But you know, some of the more harsher things that black men go through, if you a divested black woman, you should have did a little bit of work with him. He not that so that he not that fucking harmful that he, that could have been your thumb getting killed in the street. Because if it was a thug killed in the street, I'm telling you, I will tell you, name me a thug in the comment, and I'll tell you the crime that he did against black women that got his ass got it. Okay, put his name in the comment box. Put his name in the comment box. Tell me how Preem name. Okay, tell me how Preem. Put his name, and I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you what he did to black women that caused his death. So no. If you're a divested woman, if you're a servant woman, you did some work with your sons. No, it couldn't have been your son. Don't put that curse over him. But yeah, and then I had to start thinking to myself when I was Mammy, and I used to be like, oh no, that could have been my cousin. Then I started thinking, yeah, that really could have been my cousin. My cousin out here terrorizing black women. Yeah, yep, that definitely could have been his ass. That could have been his ass, and it would have been a sweet relief to a woman somewhere. Aunt Mammy sons, shit. Aunt Mammy sons, shit. I'm telling you, look. If this middle one get murdered in the street, I'm telling you, it'll be a sweet relief to a whole bunch of women. I need to get some insurance on his ass. But yeah, you guys, I'm just talking shit at this point. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know that you guys may have missed me, and I miss you too. I'm gonna start. I know I say this every time. I'm a procrastinator. I be procrastinating. That's that. It's something I'm working on. I'm working on a lot of things, but that's one thing that I'm working on. And I wish to be here often, and I plan to be, and I'll get better in time. If you worried about me if you get worried about me when I be gone, just send me an email. My emails, I get them all day long, so send me an email. I don't come on YouTube that often to check the comments. I check the comments, and I try to comment on everybody comment when I am on here. But if the quickest way for you to get in contact with me, if you wanted to check on me, is oceanofdaughters@gmail.com. That is all. That is my commentary for pick me's of the Mules, Mammies, and Pick Me's blog. Go over to my blog, you guys. I write. I know I'll be over here talking, exercising this throat chakra, okay? Yeah, I come over here, I exercise this throat chakra, but I'm a writer. I write. So yeah, go on over to my blog and check that out, you guys. oceanofdaughters.com. Talk to you later.